Alright, good to be here all. Davis here, and as always, we are back again to drawing. Thankfully, this time we might not have any scuffs, hopefully. Like, come on. Like, yeah, last stream at 1 p.m. was something. But the goal for today is to make a Kiba, which is already, I already know that we are going to make a same trick that we've done for Akeno, so we're not going to spend an ungodly amount of time on things. I do have a notepad here where I've wrote a couple things. Basically, you know, like Yutokiba, K-pop based design, rude, sly look, you know, so because basically he's not going to be like kind person, at least not at the start. He's just going to be like, you know, HIGHSCHOOL DXD characters for series. Okay. So yeah, it's basically going to be like, yeah. Just that, you know. There's just going to be a lot of things. I don't know. It's just like that. I'm always struggling with like figuring out the good tags. I don't know how to really pick it up. I don't know if you know what would really help me to figure it out. Hi Spritey, got over here. How are you? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hi, hi. You know what would really help me? Like some like, you know, something that would help, like a website that would like, you know, I would just give like more or less an idea what the content is going to be, and it would like automatically give me fitting tags for Twitter, and because I'm way too lazy to keep everything, you know, in hold. But yeah, that's that. I'm good. How are you doing? I'm doing good, doing absolutely perfect. So yeah, on the last stream it was a little bit, last stream was a bit scuffed, but we are going to, as a matter of fact, you know, just keep at it here and there. And yeah, I on the last stream I kind of like copied the design of Rias. I've made the base slightly smaller and basically redone the hairstyle and stuff. I'll be looking around, be like, thank you. So yeah, that's, you know, that's the like general thing that we've done on the last stream. We just, you know, try to work things around here and there. You know what I mean? But what I really want to like work through is like, for example, changing this because it's faster, because like those designs are like, you know, characters that already have like the same kind of outfit, right? So what is the reason for me to like redraw most of the character if I can just sit through and redo some portion of it and still have everything like, you know, just done. You know what I'm saying? So like that's basically the goal. Like just taking what we've got so far and just slapping some lines on it that will kind of like slightly change the design. So Kiba's supposed to be like more of like K-pop, you know, he's supposed to have like a K-pop based hairstyle and generally just look like, you know, he's supposed to have like a sly look, be like basically like troublemaker, you know, not really like troublemaker, because at school he's going to like, you know, act properly, but he's going to cause a lot of trouble between the team, you know, at least at the start. Until we'll see that actually things kind of, you know, got better. Basically that's the whole shtick with Kiba. Because Kiba actually is going to kind of like mostly rewritten character, because Kiba in original story wasn't really fitting the story itself, in my opinion. You know, so basically like kind of longer head, um, not really God knows how wide jaw, but like slightly wide jaw like this. You know, so that's that. It's like this. Yeah. Motor oil. I'm chugging on some energy drinks because I'm going to have a problematic night ahead of me. Like, I really need to get myself, you know, do things, but I can only get myself to do them. So yeah. Basically, Kiba should look punchable. Okay, you know what? I think his jaw is too wide. I need to make, because he should have like more feminine look. And he should be like, kind of look like he's full of himself, so right? Mhm. So can't wait really for like to finally be able to like you know. Oh shoot! A thunderstorms. I hear the thunderclaps in the background. Okay, that's cool. It's like very far away, but I was expecting it kinda. Right. Like this. So yeah, just working it through. It'd be so difficult to really pull it off, I guess. I just hope that the thunderstorm is not going to like, cause any issues. Last time we've had a thunderstorm, it did actually cause some problems. It was like, the thunderstorm happened at night, and basically we woke up with well, in the very morning there wasn't any power. I woke up when it was already when the power was already back, but you know. Okay. And he's going to have like the thing like open, spread color. To be fair, I haven't really watched any anime recently either. I've watched that one episode of Claymore, but that was about that. I didn't really touch any other episodes. You know? But the whole shtick is just going to be, you know, is the type of person that you don't really want to like hang out around, or at least, you know, as a guy, or basically you don't want your girlfriend to be around because you know that he's going to like hit on her, like very like slick, um kind of like disgusting guy, you know. mm, Actually thing looked a bit differently. uh that's why also the, you know, the hairstyle, right? Because like it's kind of like our times, so like K-pop guys, you know, like girls are going after K-pop guys, and he's like got himself the hairstyle, similar hairstyle, you know, just to score more chicks. Like this type of dude. Like 150 EVs. Column 3. Isaac Agatev here, welcome back. Damn, that's a lot of EVs. Are they shiny? None of them. Damn. 150 EVs, none of them shiny. Actually, is it still working the way that you have to? 1 in 64 should be the. Oh no, bro. Unlucky. No. Damn, bro, got screwed over. Oh dear. I remember. I love them regardless. Are EVs still working in a way that they're like you have to name them specifically to get certain evolution, or do you have to like um works but only once? Oh, I see. already have my shiny Umbreon body and the shiny Espeon, which is green and looks funny. Yeah, the Espeons doesn't look good. In Japanese, Umbreon is named Blacky, which is actually cool. It's a cute name for Umbreon. Works but only once. What do you mean once? Like, you can't evolve any other EVs with name? Espeon looks good in Pogo. Nah. I don't know about that. In general, shiny Espeon doesn't look good for me. Because the rename only wants to evolve the specific evolution. Oh, I see. Oh, so like you can get every single evolution through name, but you can't get copies of it through name. Okay. Next rename doesn't guarantee. Okay. Okay, I think I've managed to make him quite punchable. Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Sylveon has specific criteria to evolve, so they can be picked. I remember Umbreon, Leafeon, so Umbreon, Espeon had to for sure do something with the time of the day. A Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon are random. Yeah, because those original didn't have any gimmicks. To receive Glaceon in Pokemon games, you had to use Water Stone in winter conditions. To get Espeon, you had to use Dusk Stone in the middle of the day. To receive Umbreon, you had to use it during the evening hours. So when in the game, because you had like that thing where after certain like hour in game, everything was starting to get like dark, right? It was night in the game, so I believe it was like 7 p.m. plus good body. Espeon is daytime plus good body. Yeah, is very good body. Leafeon is Moss Lure module. Glaceon is Glacial Lure module. I see. So in Pogo it's like different. Indicates to what they will evolve on us. It's the 3 random. I see. It's like you can still control it. That's nice. Also, hold on. Okay, it won't be visible from this view. Here. Yeah. He's going to have a scar here because Kiba is going to be the fencer, right? He's a knight. So he has that horse figure from chess, right? So that's basically it. And in his backstory, he actually like ran away from the situation where he was like chased and stuff, right? He was like running through like dense forest, like poison and shit. So I think because like they were trying to like make some like artificial capability for certain things. So I think like giving him like a scar that is going to like, you know, make things fit quite well. Of course, I've made him punchable, just because like again he's going to be like very like sly person, like very, you know, unpleasant to be around with. Everything else won't be really necessary, so I can just copy and paste this. I have to say it's pretty nice to be able to like you know, speedrun through some things. Just like that. Okay. So Kiba is done. That's sure. Oh, actually, his shoes here. Because he needs to be wearing like normal like half shoes, you know what I mean? Yeah. So Kiba is done. That's nice. That's pretty good. And that's to be crossed over. And we have Yuma Amano to be done. So Yuma is going to be like just walking in like sundress or something like that, you know? So we'll need to draw her separately. But I need some stuff. So Yuma is going to be kind of similar to Akeno. I guess I could just copy and paste her face. But I'm going to like, but I don't really want to do that, like, because again, she's supposed to be like, I don't want to like have characters that are going to have the same face. So I'm going to draw them all over, right? So that's the shtick. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I want like a Sandras reference. Okay, that's a nice reference. Okay. I think I got it. Hi Skylar, glad to have you here. How are you? Hope your husband. Hi, hi. How have you been? That's going to be the last character actually from the list for the first chapter, so we are actually doing really good. Okay. Oh, and we've got a bot on Twitch. Okay. Good auto mode. Anyway. I think I'm going to give Yuma like slightly rounder face. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's now just make it nice and even. Yep. So that's that, you know? That's that. I'm just slowly but surely working things through. Alright, and so I don't want Yuma to have like long hair. I want her to have actually shorter hair than what she has here. Kind of like that helmet thing that Rin from the thing, you know, has. Give me a second. Neon Genesis Evangelion Rin. Yeah, like that short hair kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So you've got some references. That's good. That's good. Okay. And for her, and for Yuma, I want to give her like kind of rounded eyes, but like still kind of like sleek. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make the viewer to see that there's something wrong with her. So like, there's something wrong with her. Like, you know, she's not the type of character you should kind of like trust quickly. You know, kind of like how they gave Aizen those like kind of eyes, but they were still like, you know, just you needed to like, you know, change the upper lid slightly, and they were started to look like, you know, genuinely, you know, evil. I kind of gave her like a baby face, but I guess that works. Okay. I tell you what, this thunderstorm is still like going on outside. it's just not that close, so to be, you know, God knows how loud, basically. And giving her shorter hair for a reason. Because Reynar is supposed to be like a warrior, right? And she's supposed to be like a soldier of fallen angels. So the whole shtick is that she should know that long hair are going to be problematic while fighting, right? Because she is going to be rather like close combat character rather than distance fighter. Like, for example, so in this original story, she never really like got close to, like, she never really fought as much, you know, from the distance. Like the only time was when she threw the spear at Issei, just because you know, she was instructed to do so, because there she was informed that Issei possesses like massive power, but she's going to later on like attack Issei from the short distance, but and she's going to actually learn the hard way that they've told her to stay away from him for a reason. And even the short hair won't work. Okay. We have that. To be fair, considering that there's a thunderstorm right now outside, I know that, you know, what is this about, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was super tired today. I finished the construction actually for the client, so I'm kind of waiting for their agreement that it's, you know, that it's good. I hope that it's going to be good. I believe it's going to be good actually. It's just, you know, like everything's done. I just need the confirmation from the person. So I'm not going to really play around. I'm just going to, like, you know, just copy and paste the hands, because it's, come on, those are hands. Like this. Okay. And same on the side. Actually, wait, let's first maybe finish the rest of her body. So she's not going to be, you know, she's not going to really look that athletic in here. You know, to consider her any kind of warrior. But she is definitely going to, you know, have some kind of a way for herself when it comes to the looks. I really need to like get my stuff together too, because like this whole week is not really that full of making any progress on stuff, which is kind of pissing me off. I need my days to be, fast paced and like fully, creative. Because like I've had some time off, right? From stuff. I've took a moment to rest a little bit, but I really need to like start working on things again. It's been way too long. Alright, now the sound dress, eh? Alright, so the sound dress is going to be simple. For some reason, it doesn't sound like I'm saying sundress, it sounds like Sanders. But okay. Yeah, that's my issue. It's not like feminine model, so I really need to like get myself to do that, 3D model again from the beginning. I feel like her in general, like she's like fully like a bit way too wide for her own good. She kind of looks like she's got like masculine build, but she's supposed to be like looking fragile, like thin, light, fragile, this kind of thing going on. Yep. Right, you know what? I don't see a reason why I'm drawing this because she's going to wear a sundress anyway, so let's just, you know, yeah, know what needs to be done. That's not unnecessary things. Okay. That V-cut seems cool, but I need to like move it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, this should go slightly like this because that's thickened material. And this should flow like this. right, let's do this just to see what I'm doing. Actually, about K-pop, right? Um, I remember recently there was like a thing how someone threw a piece of paper at one of the girls, right? And she immediately like started crying. And you know what that reminded me? Like when you touch a soccer player and he like drops to the ground and like starts rolling, holding his leg. Like you just like touch him with a feather. And apparently that's something that genuinely they are trained to do because like it gives them like free shots. In basketball they are learned to like, you know, also kind of use it but differently. Like they are taught how to like, you know, jump in the air to like kind of like fall back, right? So they would like fall to the ground because actually when you're like jumping at the person and you fall back, I reckon if I remember correctly, it's like counted as a fall, right? On the enemy team, right? So even though you jumped at the person and that person could like, you know, have like struggles to like sustain themselves on feet, um it's still their fault that you fell back, that you fell, which is kind of unfair towards them, but rules are rules, I guess. Kind of same with the freaking soccer, but I see they like stopped really caring as much when the player like, you know, rotates around because they see through their, you know, through their bull crap. So yeah. So yeah. Mm, I do have to admit though, that's like, you know, really cool thing to redesign those characters. But the turnarounds are the most problematic of everything you can do, possibly. You know? Like the most problematic. Okay, so now let's take her. Let's reverse her. Uh like this. Yep. And now yeah. I'm losing my mind. Know how to draw the back of this dress, so I'm going to do it like this, I guess. It should be like this. Everything else can stay the same for the back view, actually. Yeah. So things ain't like, that easy, I suppose. I'm just kind of here and there all over the place. For the past couple days, everything's been kind of going down the gutter, like all of my plans and whatnot. Right. Again, like if you're just going to like copy and paste things, you can like do most of your turnarounds actually. It's the easiest way to do it. I just refuse to spend an ungodly amount of time just on like fixing stuff like this, and just redraw like whole characters like beat by beat. No. What? Come on. Hey. Let's now take this to wait here. Depending on the perspective, different things are going to appear differently. You know what I mean? Okay, and just let's take like bottom of her dress fully. Again, copy and paste. Let's place it here. There's again nothing bad in this, but we'll need to make some fixings here and there. All right. Okay. Cool. So we finished Yuma Amano. Now, the difference between Yuma and Reinar, and why I didn't do Reinar yet, because I don't need to yet. I don't need to make Yuma yet. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, because actually Reinar is going to appear in later chapters. And I want to, for now, just focus on having all of the characters I want to have in this specific chapter, right? Yuma Amano. Okay. All right. So yeah, in general concept, in general idea, we do have the turnarounds. The turnarounds, you know, ain't that much. What they are going to be? You know, so basically the main goal is to just keep the characters like this. For the sheer sake of, gee, how to say this? For the sheer sake of having a profiles, right? Because for the profiles, we're going to need the turnarounds and then profile picture, right? So the profile picture is going to be the character that we're going to draw in a stance. The stance is going to be done specifically for, you know, for the characters themselves, right? So that's the whole thing that I want to do. So yeah, that's it. I wasn't expecting to actually finish them so quickly. I was actually expecting to finish, you know, some more, like that I would need more time. But I guess I just got like into the zone and finished everything off. So that's cool. That's cool. I guess I could just keep on drawing, but then I wouldn't have material for this stream. And actually, just because I've messed up kind of how things are going, let me quickly check the thing. Yeah, so we were supposed to have just drawing stream. That didn't happen, so I pushed 2 manga makings on today because yesterday we couldn't make 2 drawings. Did I stream on Tuesday? Oh yeah, I've done the gameplay stream too. Yeah, so on Tuesday I've had only the gameplay stream because on Monday I've had the issue. Yeah, on Monday I've had issues with the internet at 7 p.m. so I couldn't stream. then on Tuesday I couldn't stream at 7 p.m. Again because of wait, no, no. I'm already like losing track of the issues this week. Like, goddamn, there's way too many of those. I'm telling you, there was way too many of those. On Monday I've had a nosebleed, and then on Tuesday I've had the issue with the internet, and yesterday I've had like entire day destroyed by all, like, you know, by like trying, actually because of the doctor's appointment. Like, if this Damas would actually like do what he's supposed to be doing and not taking like 30 minutes between each patient, like seriously, like taking a freaking break between each patient, like who does that? Like, in front of his office there was like a full like wait room, like from all of his day, basically. Like, he's supposed to end his shift at 14:30, and his entire like planned roster of patients was waiting for him to, like, waiting for him, like his whole roster. So if at the wait room there's only his patients, because all of the other doctors were like just taking patients as they come in. So, and those already finished their shift, and meanwhile there were like still, people waiting in the wait room. I hate that so much. So today we've had, instead of like having Dungeon Mania and Just Drawing stream, because it's Thursday today, it's 23rd, we've had 2 manga streams. So tomorrow I supposed to make 2 Dungeon Mania streams though. But I really want to do that Lego Batman stream. Yeah, let's do that Lego Batman stream, and I'm going to make Dungeon Mania at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday at 7 p.m. we are going to have Lego Batman, and we are going to end this game fully. And we are going to have on Sunday another Dungeon Mania, but we will see. Maybe I will start the stream sooner. I think we will. I think we will make the Dungeon Mania stream sooner than 19. We'll see what time though. Because I've got like a lot of things to do, right? We are going to... I kind of made up my mind how I want everything to look like. I'm going to just keep things like flat colored. And tomorrow we are going to like make some, make some silhouettes and stuff. Again, like, voice crack, sorry. Again, like, we are going to have, we need 6 races. And each of those will need like 4 classes. So even if we are going to have like 6 races, we'll have like plan out 4 classes for each. Like, for example, of course, like there are going to be like clerics are going to differ depending on the race, right? Because like each race probably is going to like believe in different god and stuff. So that's that. Yeah. Anyway, folks, thank you all for hanging out with me today, and as always, stay creative, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, and